What's up, guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be showcasing the Dark Ice type Pokemon Weavile in the Ultra League, and Weavile has become a sleeper pick for me. He's one of the most powerful attackers you can get in the Ultra League. We're going to be swapping around our team around him during this set, but you're going to see in some situations in which Weavile really shines. We're in this opening match, Swampert versus Poliwrath. Not a great matchup for Swampert. We're going to try and bait with the Hydro Cannon. They don't fall for it. Now we're going to go for Earthquake, and I really expect them to shield this one. Granted that I baited once, but they let it go through, and that's great for us. We win the opening matchup. Now with Togekiss, we're just going to go straight Hydro Cannon and try and chip away as much as possible. This first one gets shielded. If we were running Sludge Wave, that would be fantastic for this Togekiss. But we're just going for another Hydro Cannon. Let's see if we can get to one more. I knew we weren't going to be able to get to one more, so I come in with Muck to soak up a little bit of damage. I know the charge moves from Togekiss aren't going to do a ton. It does do actually quite a bit, to be fair. We go for Gunk Shot. I'm really hoping this goes through, but it doesn't, so we're in a tricky position here. We have a shield and we have a Weavile and a Swampert with not very much health. We have to shield this charge move because Weavile is very glassy. Are we going to be able to come back from this? We overfarm just a little bit, so potentially we make sure that we can get to a charge move against whatever's in back. We hit Togekiss with the Avalanche and it's a Muck. So check out this play. We're in a tough spot, but we hit Muck with the Avalanche. We count the Snarls and we swap in our Swampert to absorb this Dark Pulse. And now with some Snarls of our own, we're going to be able to just barely survive and beat Alolan Muck to the charge move. Weavile coming in clutch, and Weavile hits Alolan Muck with that Avalanche to give us a Game 1 win. Yeah, Weavile's not very highly ranked on PvPoke. It's definitely not a meta pick. I maybe have seen one or two people in the YouTube PvP community use Weavile. So I decided to give it a try. I used it a few times last season because I knew that Foul Play and that Avalanche would do so well. We lead Charizard this time, and look, we get a great lead against Venusaur. They swap into a Snorlax. I'm going to hit Snorlax with his Blast Burn because it'll do quite a bit of damage. Then I'm going to swap in, or I tried to swap in with Alolan Muck. I'm not going to shield because I know it's just a body slam, and it chunks away, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Now we come in with Muck, and we have to be careful of a potential Earthquake. Just a body slam. Seemed a little bit too quick to be an Earthquake, and they're going to hit us with back-to-back body slams, which isn't great that they got to it before we got off the Dark Pulse. We take some unnecessary damage, perhaps. I don't expect them to shield this. Snorlax goes down. They'll probably come back out with... No, they come in with their own Alolan Muck. So we're just going to go straight Gunk Shot and chip away. We're low enough they can probably take us out with a Dark Pulse. And now we have to be conscious of what are we going to do with what they have? What are we going to come in with? Because we want to match up Charizard with that Venusaur that they led with. So we're going to come in with Weavile, and Weavile is also going to be resisting these Snarls. I decided to shield in case it's a Sludge Wave, which it is. So a good shield. That would have taken out most of our health. I expected the switch of the Venusaur to come back in, so we go straight for the Avalanche. This will knock out if it goes unshielded. They use a shield, very wise. I go for a Dragon Claw here because they're going to get to a charge move before I get to a Blast Burn. And this way I can go for 2 Dragon Claws and they're going to have to commit their last shield. Or, because if I tried going all the way for a Blast Burn, they would have gotten their charge move first. And that wouldn't have been as ideal. So I think double Dragon Claw was the correct call there. One more Dragon Claw here. We get the last shield, which is great. And now it's going to be a matter of if we can survive this sludge wave. And with minimal health we do. Can we get to the avalanche? 2 games in a row. Weavile comes in the clutch with just a few HP left. Hits Muck with an avalanche. And it's back-to-back wins for Weavile. GG's. I would definitely suggest trying Weavile, but it's not the easiest Pokemon to use. Any Pokemon that's extremely glassy, as Weavile is, might be dangerous in your lineup because you're going to have to invest shields. We lead Armored Mewtwo this time against Registeel, so we're really mixing up our lineup. That's kind of why I went with a different graphic this time on the left-hand side of your screen. We get hit with a Flash Cannon. Armored Mewtwo is very bulky, has a high defense, not a very high attack. We're just going to go straight Dynamic Punch. This will do significantly more damage than Psystrike against Registeel. We're going to no shield again because we know we can survive this and get to another charge move. We're going for a Dynamic Punch. We're not going to try and shield bait. You could debate maybe a shield bait would have been good here as they do commit their shield. And I decide to shield here because I think I can get to a Dynamic Punch before they can get to a Flash Cannon. So we get to that Dynamic Punch. They're going to either have to double shield or let their Reggie go. They let their Reggie go, so we win switch advantage. Great for us. And this is perfect. Now Giratina comes in. We can come in with Alolan Muck. So we have a great matchup here. But it is going to come down to whatever they have in back. They have like a Charizard, for example. That'd be terrible. They have a Meganium, though, and we can handle this Meganium fine. We're going to go for Gunk Shot. This would KO if it goes unshielded. They shield. Good for them. But now they're without a shield. And I think I do shield here because I was worried about a potential Earthquake. They get to a charge move. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It is an Earthquake. But Weavile, very glassy, but it can survive an Earthquake from a Meganium. So I was impressed with that. I don't think I was even expecting it to survive. And that Avalanche hits for super effective. We just barely can't get to a charge move. That would have been huge. But let's see if Muck, with a health disadvantage, can carry its own and take out this Giratina. It's going to be really close. They're going to outpace us to the next charge move, most likely. Yep, they hit us with another Dragon Claw come in. We're going to be able to survive this, but can we survive the subsequent Shadow Claws? We do, with minimal HP. 3 games in a row with very little HP that we come out with the win. You could say we had the luck on our side during this set, but don't get too ahead of yourselves. Let's see if we make any lineup changes heading into the next game. We don't. We're sticking with the same core. And we got 3 consecutive wins with Weavile, so that's great, right? Are we going to go undefeated this set? Let's wait and see. It might not turn out that great. So I wasn't sure how this lead went. Armored Mewtwo versus Clefable. Turns out it's actually a pretty decent matchup for Mewtwo, which is good for me to know against Charmers in the future. Charm is, it's chipping away. It's bringing us down. We're going to shield this Moonblast. We're going to go for another Psystrike. It's the better move against Clefable, and it's more energy efficient, so obvious choice is to go for Psystrike. And because we overfarmed a bit, we are probably able to surprise them by getting to another Psystrike. If they knew that would happen, they likely wouldn't have committed that second shield. So now we won lead and we have switch advantage. How are we going to screw this up? Well, we don't have a great response for Swampert in the back, and that's kind of how we screw this up. Muck does not want to see Swampert, and Weavile doesn't have a great matchup against Swampert, and they have a Scizor in back. So I may have been better suited by saving that energy from Weavile looking back, but I swap into Muck. Scizor can't do a whole lot, but it does get the attack boost, which isn't great for us. We hit them with a Dark Pulse, but you know, this Swampert had stored energy, so I don't know if it would have made a difference anyway if we had stored our own energy, because we would have needed a second Dark Pulse to take out the Scizor. But again, Scizor's charge moves wouldn't have done a whole lot of damage, but they would have done more damage and we wouldn't have gotten to that Dark Pulse. So I think this was a lost cause, this game. We're going to shield here. Maybe I should have shielded the Muck. Who knows? But no, they had so much energy stored up on that Swampert. They were just spamming away those Hydro Cannons. And with that, we lose game number 4. So we're at 3-1 this set. But I'm showing you guys everything. I'm not going to show you just all the wins, because I'm still trying to grind my way to rank 10 this season. I'm not winning every game. We're going back to a Charizard lead this time. Let's see if we can draw a good lead. Maybe a Registeel. A Clefable. That's actually a pretty good lead for Charizard, because we are going to resist the charms. So I'm going to stay in here with Charizard, and I'm just going to go straight Blast Burn. It's only 2 more Fire Spins worth of energy than Dragon Claw, and Blast Burn will do a whole bunch of damage, whereas Dragon Claw won't do very much. And now we can even farm down before Clefable gets to a charge move. So we're in a great position here. How are we going to screw it up? I go for Blast Burn here. Let me know in the comments, would 1 Blast Burn or 2 Dragon Claws be better? Blast Burn is such a hard-hitting move. Even though it's resisted, I decided to go for it. Double Dragon Claws might have been the way to go. So something I should know for the future. But again, I found out that this team is weak to Swampert in the back if I'm running Weavile and Alolan Muck in the back, as I have this set. So unfortunately, this is going to be tough for us to overcome, but can we do it? We're probably going to double shield our Muck, because it's likely they have something weak in the back to Alolan Muck. We don't shield. Okay, interesting. I guess we want to save that shield for Weavile, since Weavile is so hard hitting. That could potentially save us. And oh, you know what? I think this person is running the same lineup. Okay. Yeah, so this was probably the same person, and I am not even realizing until now. That's right. So same person, and they're going to bullet punch us down. Super effective against Weavile. We have to use our shield. I knew the only play here was trying to over farm, but unfortunately they get to a charge move before us. Even if we over farmed, we probably would have got mudshotted down for that super effective damage. So there you go, 3-2 with Weavile, 3 pretty epic finishes, and 2 where we just didn't match up quite well. But I hope I got to show you that Weavile can be a very effective attacker and can do a whole lot of damage, especially when it's given shields. So maybe try out Weavile for yourself. Avalanche and Foul Play is the way to go with Snarl. Gets those moves super quickly, and they're going to take out like so much health, over half health, even half health on tanks like Giratina. So with that said, thank you guys again for the support of this channel. We're at almost 600 subscribers at the time I'm making this video today. We're growing like 100 subscribers every day, so that's awesome. I really appreciate the support. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm posting pretty much every night at around midnight US Central Time. And if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this content with your friends. Once again, I'd very much appreciate it. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day, and peace.